Check 1 2 1 2. What's up? If I'm coming through loud and clear, let me know. Make sure my sound is right on my end. How's everyone doing on tonight? Mr. Norris, K-Pop Twin. What's good?
Man, happy to be back, man. Happy to be back. Back in the States.
Back in the States.
What's up?
Mr. Norris, you in the States?
Man, I'm still here, you know what I mean?
But yeah, man, we are back, man. Got a little bit to talk about tonight. We're going to plan to be short. But we're going to talk about this Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer coming soon. We're going to get into that. We're going to also talk about, did the Game Awards make a mistake? Should a remake of a game win a placement or get placed over a new game? We got to talk about that with Resident Evil 4. Keeping Starfield out of that game of the year list. We got to talk about that. And we probably talk about a few other things in between there. But welcome to the show, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you feel the rain on your window pane? Do I sound right now, D2K? Yeah, he said, yeah, much better. Okay, good. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been trying to balance it out, but we are here, man. We are here. Much better. So, Mr. K-Bum 20, you made it back from Jamaica, man. How was your trip, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It was good, man. It was a great trip. Got a chance to it was my wife's 40th birthday, and so we went for that. But we also my mom and my dad went. And another couple from my church. So it was actually pretty cool to see my mom and my dad actually enjoying themselves on a vacation, acting like a bunch of kids. So I thought that was pretty cool, just seeing them enjoy themselves and have fun. So that was a big part of the weekend. But also, what I'm saying, enjoying the time with the wife, trying some new experiences, doing some things we've never done before. So all in all, it was an excellent trip, man. I was definitely recommend it. Going to see some loved ones and enjoying yourself out there. Beautiful place with beautiful people. I didn't
mean to do that. My bad. I pushed wrap it up on accident.
Jeez, buddy.
My bad.
Getting sentimental over here. You up and wrapping me up? No, that was it.
I was trying to say, what's up? I was trying to say yeah, but I pushed the wrong one. Go ahead though, my bad.
No, that's it. I was done.
Okay, Mr. Norris, anything special your way, bro?
Man, how am I supposed to compete with Jamaica? I ain't got nothing. No, man, life is good, man. Blessed, just every day, man. It's just another opportunity, man. But I got a question for K-Bone. Did you get a contact? The people want to know. They said it in the comment section, but they deleted it, so I'm just repeating it. Like, when they say you go to Jamaica, everything is high off life, You walk off the plane.
High off life?
Did you walk off the plane and get it lifted? I don't know. I'm just asking, I'm saying I didn't think you do anything like that.
But I will say this. I will say this. I'll say the weed over there smells so much better than the weed here.
Wow.
I mean, it over here it smells like a skunk. Over there it smells like it's grown in the wild and it's picked by fairies or something like that. It smells so much better than it does here. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to wife about it before we got on the cast. That it
Yeah.
definitely
But
smells
y'all
much.
was chiefing before you got on the. What you say, K Bub?
Man,
Now,
just
hey,
you know,
bro.
but people on the
Hey,
what we did find out was the
how
funny
you
thing
remember
is
the smell so good, K Bub? How you remembering it so
because
well,
it's
man?
Oh
Jamaica.
man.
What you mean?
Keep it.
No,
We
so
got somebody over here. Anyway,
Oh man.
Nia,
I
that
ain't
no,
was
mean
an
to, I ain't
so
mean to
accident.
we
do
That
were.
was an accident, Nia. It really was an accident.
I don't believe it. No, but it's funny because we were asking about the laws with the weed laws there. And we were talking to our driver, and she was saying that it's only legal to have 2 ounces. And then we were like 2 ounces. That's it. You're like, yeah, here. See, look, 2 ounces, and she just pulled the 2 ounces out of our purse while she was driving. I was like, oh, y'all just keep it on y'all. Okay, that's how y'all do it. But no, it's only legal for up to 2 ounces.
Hmm.
Other than that, you can get arrested in Jamaica
So
per
how
se.
you get how high did it get you? Was it a potent hit?
This dude keep talking.
Came up, was
Did
y'all
you
in the
not? Did you
clouds
not
with it?
hear me say I was with my mom and my dad? Even if I wasn't,
Hey,
I
y'all
wouldn't be
grown
smoking that
now.
reefer. Nah, man, I'm good.
Gotta be sober minded, the Bible says.
Yeah, that's
Sober
man.
I'm
minded.
good.
Hey, I didn't give you the spirit of fear. Anyway, let me stop. Let me stop, K-Bun. Welcome back to the States. You had to come off that high. I mean, you came in on the plane when it landed back into the States, man. Welcome
This
back,
dude.
man. But yeah, man. Okay, so real quick before we get into what you've been gaming on, I know K-Bum don't smoke any marijuanas, so I'm just joking with y'all. This is Minister K-Bum. I know he doesn't smoke. So anyway, I need your thoughts on the Loki wrap up. Did y'all? What was your thoughts here? Was it good? Did Marvel deliver with the Loki second season?
The second season, and when I first started watching the second season, I was like, oh, here we go. It's gonna be frantic. But I actually think it was low key better than the first season. And I love the way they wrapped it up. I thought it was pretty intelligent the way they wrapped it up. They keep the way I see it. Marvel keeps leaving the door open for more things that they want to like stack on top of whatever they want to do. So another show that they created that was genius. You know, from Wanda to the first season of Loki to this season. I thought it was a fan. I had to think about it because I didn't really understand what was going on and what he did. But I was like, you know what? That was actually pretty genius. That was clever.
Okay.
So
K Bum, what was your thoughts on the finale and the I think it's what 6 episodes of Loki season 2?
I think it was a great 6 episodes, and I think that finale was probably one of the best season finales that I've ever seen. Definitely top five best season finale I've ever seen. Uh,
Okay.
I don't, I haven't. It's been a long time since I've seen a season finale wrap up a season that well. Especially in the MCU. The MCU I haven't seen something that good since WandaVision. Uh, but it was a spectacular ending that you could not guess. There was nothing you could do to anticipate the ending of that. And I just got to give them kudos because that was a well-written story that you can tell from the beginning to the end told a complete story. It wasn't botched together or, you know, held together with tape, just like the that Captain America was in the Winter Soldier. That was held together by tape and other stuff.
don't do
But this one
don't do,
was a
don't
good.
do Captain
eh,
America like
eh,
that.
that was that was a bunch of rewrites and different people trying to tell the same story was bad. But this one was a complete story from beginning to end. I give them kudos for it because it was amazing in my book. One of the best.
Yeah.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
add one more. I want to add one more thing. Jonathan Majors, the boy got range.
He
Oh
The
yeah,
has
boy
he
got
has
range.
range. He
yeah,
has range for
I
days,
agree with
bro.
that.
That little conversation, yeah, I ain't gonna spoil it, but that whole interaction, everything is good, man. That boy. I hope they continue with him. 'Cause I know there's speculation with some other stuff going on. Hope they continue with him. But that boy, that what they say, that boy good.
That boy good.
Yeah, I'm not messing with K Bum. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm just I'm just checking on my boy. He real docile and kind of calm. When you come off that it mellows you out. So I'm just checking on him. I'm just making sure he okay.
It's too dirty.
Anyway, let me stop. Let me stop. I'm just messing with him. You know what I'm saying? Just checking on my boy. But anyway, so but no, I agree with you, K Bum and Keith. I thought the finale was excellent. It was superb. Uh, uh it was amazing how they summed that up.
Yeah.
It made sense. I like that. This is what I do love about the second episode or the second season. They took their time. It didn't feel rushed.
I agree.
It didn't feel
Yep.
like man, we tried to squeeze too much into one episode. They like really just let it kind of come out as they
Breathe.
chose it. It felt paced really well.
I agree.
The development of the plot never felt overwhelming. Never felt like, wait a minute, they left you. That was too much in there, or something didn't get explained well enough. I felt like they did everything well, and I was like, man, it felt. And another thing, man, what I got to do is give Disney some kudos, man. They series feels like movies. They feel
It,
like,
it did it did feel like a movie.
yeah, that felt like it could easily be a summer blockbuster. Like you getting stuff that could go to the theater for just for a subscription with Disney Plus. So I'm hating that it's already over. I
Yeah.
was man, it
And
just
I think that's
concluded well. Go ahead.
yeah, no. I'm gonna say something that would been a slight spoiler, so I won't say anything.
Oh,
But
okay.
no, I just thought it did an excellent job of what it was trying to do. It accomplished exactly what it was trying to accomplish, and it was just a beautiful story. And yeah,
Okay.
I there's a lot of
One,
good things I can say about it. So
yeah, D2K said Disney shows are shot as movies. Yes, you're right. Uh,
they're
I
actually
asked,
changing. They're changing this now.
are they finna change from that? They finna pivot?
Yeah. They're about to shoot them as TV shows now
Ah,
because
don't do that.
even though it worked for this, not too many other shows actually work that way to be shot as a movie.
Shooting it all at
'Cause
one time and then cutting it, making
and
cuts.
then yeah, and then making cut or if you yeah, they're actually going to a more of a television approach and they're getting more television executives to help with
Okay.
that approach. So
What?
that's
So
so
does
that
that mean we're gonna get more than 6 episodes?
most likely yeah.
All right.
I know for the Daredevil you're supposed to get almost 20 or something like that. From my understanding,
Man,
and
I
they've
don't know.
actually
Man, that may break the formula. I think the formula works with 6 and 8 episodes, and you get it, and man, they came through, and it's gone. I don't know if I want 30.
yeah, but you have to understand that there's been more misses than hits
I give you
in,
that.
in
True,
the
true.
TV shows
Not everyone
because
should just be 6 and 8 episodes.
no,
Maybe,
everyone should not be 6 and 8, but there's been a lot of misses, bro.
yeah,
Because
I agree.
uh,
I think
even Secret War was
She-Hulk was a
was
miss.
uh, Secret War. The last 2 episodes probably the worst I've seen in television. It was bad.
I think
It
She-Hulk
ruined the
was
entire
worse than
script.
Secret War to me.
I have my opinions, but I don't want to dwell on it.
Okay,
Uh,
one more
Because
thing.
I actually saw the writer of the original comics of She-Hulk say that this was the best interpretation of a Marvel character, and that was the writer who actually wrote the best miniseries of She-Hulk.
Okay, that
So
was
so,
her
so, I, so I, I kind of his interpret.
No puns intended. That was his interpretation of his.
Yeah,
Let me
it was
let me stop.
of
Let
the
me ask this
series.
real quick before we can get into the what you've been gaming on. Uh, who's going to see the Marvels?
That's a good question. It's
Are you
it's a
excited about
possibility
it?
that for a certain reason, but I don't know if that reason is good enough for me to really want to go.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what reason that is, but I'm gonna hold my breath.
It's a little chocolate. Yeah,
Yep. Is what I thought it was.
Man, Keith,
but
man,
I
I tell
don't.
you.
Hey, listen,
I
man.
love Key. I love Key. That's my homie.
Hey, man, listen, man. Your brother need a rib out here. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got
Hey,
you. I
That's my
got
homie,
you.
bro.
I
that's
can't.
all it is.
Keep it
I
real.
know. Hey, bro. We with you. Go ahead.
But no,
Oh man.
me and the boys, we may go see it, or we may not. It depend on how they behave themselves this weekend. So
Okay.
I
A
might be
couple more
like, you know what?
trailers. A couple more trailers may convince you.
No, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
I thought that it could catch that, but I don't think I'm going to see it, man. I think I'm just gonna wait till it hit Disney Plus, man. I don't know if I want to take my girls, but I do not like what's the girl that plays Captain Marvel? What's her name?
Brie,
Brie
Brie
Larson.
Brie
Larson.
Larson.
I
Yeah,
do not
Yeah.
like her at all. She just I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being I don't know what it is, but she just turns me off completely about thinking this movie's gonna be any good because of her. It's her. And I'm like, I just don't like her. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I need to.
I
I
don't.
need to
I don't
stop.
have any issues with her. I know people do,
I
but I
don't
don't have
like.
any issues with
I
Brie
don't know.
Larson.
I don't even like how she played the character. It ain't even her as the act. I mean, just how she does not depict this character well to me at all. Even though I don't know too much about Captain Marvel, but her depiction of it ain't working for me anyway. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's get into this. What you've been gaming on? I don't want to keep us too much longer because we want to keep this short and to the point. So let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is? It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. Who want to go first, K-Bomb or Mr. Norris? Nia
I do
said
not
they
mind going
humanize her.
first.
They need to do something with her, Nia. I don't know. Anyway, we okay. I can't talk about that no more. You go first, Keith. You go first, Keith.
Yeah, I hadn't really done much this week as far as like gaming. So haven't really played much Alan Wake. Like I wanted to. I really wanted to get a lot of these games finished. Like I still haven't finished Cyberpunk the DLC. But I did buy a game 2 days ago, I think, or a day ago. No, I think I bought it yesterday. I finally bought Ratchet and Clank. The first time I tried to buy it, it didn't go through or something. I don't know what happened, so I
Rifts
just said
apart
forget it.
or which three
Whichever the newest one is.
rifts apart? Okay.
Ripped apart, yeah. And I went ahead and bought it. I saw that it had dropped. I had it in my queue and it had dropped in price, and I was like, you know what? Let me revisit this. And that's a beautiful game, man. That is a gorgeous game. I'm playing it fully maxed out with FSR 2.2, I think it is. Very, very beautiful game. Like,
Yeah. It's definitely.
Nia, we not doing this. We not doing this, Nia.
You coward.
She said she been playing.
That's funny.
Go ahead.
We not doing this. But yeah, man, Ratchet and Clank. That's I haven't really done much. I let my son play most of the beginning portion. I was just watching it while I was on my computer working. I'm probably going to be playing a lot of gaming through him. But I'll say this, man, the Insomniac really knows what they're doing, man. From the Spider-Mans to the What's that one Xbox game that you can grind on the rails?
You talking
Sunset
about
Overdrive.
Sunset
Sunset.
Overdrive?
Is that them?
Yeah, that's
It's
them.
on, yeah. Man, they really know how to make games fun.
Best
And now I'm
game ever
playing Ratchet.
made.
Huh?
Best game ever made on the Xbox. No, stop. Let me quit. I
That's
enjoyed
Hey.
that game. I really did. When they said they was making Spider-Man, I knew Spider-Man was in good hands because of that
Oh
game.
yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, this is a fun game, and I think the way they telling the story, it just seemed like it's just gonna be a fun game. It's platformy enough, but it's not really platforming. And I was really looking forward to seeing how when I actually go through the rifts, how my computer handled it. And it handled it like a G, and I was like, oh okay. Either they patched it since it came out on PC, but
Do you have an SSD?
I do have a SSD. I have a Samsung Pro 980 or something like that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's the same one I put in my PlayStation. I know I have a Samsung. No, I got a Samsung in mine.
I know the 990 is out, and I think they came out on sale, which is crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much the only game I've been playing. I do want to finish Spider-Man sometime in the future. Xenoblade.
Before you get too far into it, Nia, do you hear this? That man said is platform me that is not a platformer. Because I got dog for liking
It is a platformer. I'm not letting Keith
I
cut
got
you out on
dog.
that.
Nope. He said
It's a
platform
platform.
me. He didn't say a
Keith,
platform. No, you heard what he
okay,
said.
let's ask Keith
You
a
heard what he
question.
said.
it's
You heard what he said.
Is it a
platformy
platformer?
enough. It
Is
is
it a
not.
platformer, Keith?
It's
Is
a
it
Mm-hmm. The
platform.
shooter.
It's a
It's a shooter.
platform slash shooter.
That's
It's
what I said.
not.
Thank you.
Okay,
It's not
right.
what
No,
you would
you
call
gotta
like a
say
Mario. It's
It's
not what
not
you would do with
Mario,
Mario.
no, but it's
say
enough
shooter.
it's enough platforming in the game to be considered a platform.
It's not a plat. No, he's not saying that. That's not what he said.
I know what Keith said. I'm
Put words in
saying
his mouth.
he
I
said
put
it's
words in his mouth. That's not what he said.
he said it's platformy enough. In other words, it scratched the itch of a person who loves
No, it's
platformers.
not a plat.
It scratched
God of
the
It
War
itch,
got
can.
Keith.
platforming in it. What you
It
mean?
can. It can. But there's not a lot of like the levels that you jump on are obvious. With
Yeah.
platformers, it's like, man, I got to climb up this hill and I got to figure it out
Fake
sometimes.
fan. Neo, they're cooking. Fake fan.
I know. She must be talking about the fan in her computer. Da-da-da-ding.
But go ahead, Keith. So you said Ratchet and Clank.
But
What else?
yeah, that's it. I mean, I've touched Alan Wake a little bit, but I haven't really just dove deep into it. Still a beautiful game. I just haven't had time, man. Just haven't had time.
Okay.
So,
I gotta go get this game back from my brother. I let him borrow and I ain't seen my Clank and Ratchet since. I gotta go over there and get this back. But Mr. K Bum 20, I know you was over in Jamaica, man. But we need to find out what have you been gaming on since you've been back in the States.
Yeah, so I got back in the States a little bit ago. But some you know, some you don't know. I've had a stomach bug, or food
See,
poisoning, one of
we
the
was trying
two.
to hide that. We was trying to hide
For
it. You said it was the weed.
nah,
It was the weed.
it's
It
been
knows
a
when
stomach bug
evil
or food
alerts.
poisoning, one or two. So your brother's been down bad for the past 2 days.
That weed
Uh,
smoke.
I went about 24 hours, and the only thing I ate was 3 crackers.
oh
Uh,
goodness.
You was
doing a little
hungry?
bit better. Are you done, level?
I'm done. Okay, my bad. My bad, man.
Nah, I haven't really had a chance to play anything, man. I've been just trying to get back right so I can do some
Jordan
of the things
flu
I got
game.
to
Okay. You see what T2K said. Neil,
Yeah,
stop trying to feel sorry for K-Buff. Don't let him fool y'all. He coming down off. He ain't been high since college. He don't know how it feel to be high in a long time. Anyway, let me stop.
Thank
K-Buff,
you.
I pray for you, man. I'm be praying for you. And hopefully I don't get, my son got the flu, so I got to be careful. I can be messing around here knocked out next week. So let me stop
God
messing
don't
with
like
you.
ugly now.
Yeah, I know. I just thought about it. It's like, boy, recompense. So let me stop. But for me, Nia, I'm somewhat in the boat with you, but I've been gaming. I haven't been able to get on Spider-Man 2 because of my son. He's down here cut off from the world, and my PlayStation is down here, and this is where he's been hibernating for the last week. He went down last Saturday, and he hasn't been up since. So I haven't even been down here. I actually had to spray Lysol just to come into this area. This kills over 100 illnesses, ill-causing germs. So I'm down here with Lysol and prayers. So keep your boy lifted up so I don't be coming down with something. But I have been playing that Mario Wonder.
And I had that game.
Huh?
I forgot I had that game.
Oh. Now, I've been playing it, man. I finally experienced the drill and the bubble power-ups. I experienced the drill for the first time today, and I do like the drill. I've knocked off 3 of those piranha plants from his that's circling around him. For those,
how many is it?
I think it's about 6. So I think I've knocked off 3, and so I got to where I finally experienced the drill power up, and it's a dope power. I think it's dope. It's way better to me. It's more. It's funner to use than the elephant and the bubbles. I for sure say that. Out of the 3 power-ups, it's the best one. And then the tried and true, fire flower. So I've been playing that, and the rest has been basically life like you, Nia. So, but that's what I've been gaming on. So I won't go any farther than that. I would say this, though. This game is holding up, man. This game has not got stale to me yet. I don't feel like it's churry, and I really played a lot of this game. I played a lot. I think I got about maybe 20 hours in so far. Yeah, probably about 15, 16 hours in. I'd cut that down. But I've been playing a whole lot. And I just been taking my time just, clearing each area that I get in. I actually clear all the stages. I haven't skipped any. And I'm enjoying it. I really am. But I do want to get back on Spider-Man. I'm right at the spot where you are about to encounter the hunter. What's his name?
Craven.
Craven the Hunter. I think I'm right there where you over the body of water. All what they showed in the presentation when they showed it for the first time, that whole sequence, I'm right there. So I'm looking forward to getting back on that game. But anyway, so that's what your boy been gaming on. That's what we all been gaming on. So let's get into it. So we're gonna start with this first topic. Which one we want to do? We want to do Grand Theft Auto 6, or do we want to go ahead and start with Jeff Keighley's Game Awards?
Would like to start with Jeff Keighley.
Okay, let's start with Jeff Keighley. So now, last week, or the week prior to last week, we gave our predictions for what we believe would be the final nominees for Game of the Year. And I got it down here, right here. We our for sures were Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man 2, and Mario Wonder 2. Mario Wonder. That was our for sures, our sure-ins. And then our possibles were Starfield, Alan Wake 2, was a Sea of Stars, and Starfield, and I want to say Street Fighter 6 was the other one. So we said Starfield, Alan Wake 2. Keith mentioned Resident Evil 4, but we said there's no way that Resident Evil 4 will get the nod being a remake. Well, now that the list is out, we find out that the list is indeed Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, and Resident Evil. So the game that we did not think would get in there that we thought was disqualified actually made it in. And I guess the question I'm asking is, should a remake be in the discussion for Game of the Year? And I think and then I guess the second question is, has a remake ever made it into Game of the Year? And I think it has. It just popped in my head. So I guess let's tackle that question. Should a remake be considered Game of the Year over a new IP? Whoever want to take that question?
Okay, I'll start us off. Um, I'm of two minds of this. My initial uh, thoughts of it is that no, a remake should not, because even if they've changed it, and I've heard that they made a lot of changes in RE4, they've taken a lot of the I guess you could say the gamey type stuff, and they kind of grounded the game a little bit. Even with all of that being said, it's still Resident Evil 4, a game that we played back in 2005. And it was amazing then. And it's been amazing on every platform that they have decided to release that game. That game has came out every year since 2005.
That is absolutely true. Shouts out to you, DJ Fanatic, aka First Name Basis. Welcome to the show. And to answer your question, yes, we did a really good job of guessing and predicting what these games would be. We was off by one game, literally Starfield over Resident Evil 4. We thought it would be Starfield, but go ahead, Keith. My bad, I interrupted you.
No problem. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it should be, because if we're talking about highly rated games, no, well, never mind, that's a remake. I was thinking about a remaster in Metroid Prime. But if we're talking about highly rated games, I don't know, because it really wasn't a light year. We had Hogwarts, Hi-Fi Rush, what's that Star game that Nia like? Star? No.
Starfield?
No, it's like a Star Ocean or something. I don't know what it's called.
No,
Sea of Stars. Yeah. Like, you had a lot of games that came out this year that could have possibly went in there, even Street Fighter 6. So, but the other mind that I have of this is I would love to play it at some point and play Resident Evil 4 to see if it really did deserve to be there. And I know it's going to be an amazing game once I finally get my hands on it. But I don't know if that's fair. I don't think that's fair. But if we open that door, then we got to be fair to other games that also get remade or moving forward. So my initial answer is no, there shouldn't be.
Now, okay, let me let K-Bun come in and give his thoughts before I bring this up. Go ahead, K-Bun. What's your thoughts? Should Resident Evil 4 remake usurped Starfield for that last spot? Should it have won over Starfield?
So I was thinking about this, thinking about if that should have been the case. I know initially my thought was no, the remake should not be there, even though, the development team took their time and effort to redo a lot of assets and try to give you kind of a new experience than what the original game actually was. It brought me back to my knowledge, The Last of Us. That just came out. They redid The Last of Us Part 1, as they're calling it. And I think they did an amazing job in reimagining this game and updating the visuals and updating even the facial expressions. I think that's one of the biggest things that came out of this. And there was a lot of beautiful things that was done with this game. And also thinking of, a game, Demon Souls, when PlayStation.
I should have brought it up when I was had it on my tongue.
When the PS3 first came out, PS5 first came out, Demon Souls was remastered. And it kind of gave a new feeling to older game. So my initial thought was no, it shouldn't. Even though, but now that I'm thinking about it, Masters still no. Even though the developers put a lot of effort, heart, and development time into this game, into these games, I don't think they're I don't think they're worthy of Game of the Year. I think Game of the Year is that game of that year. Since that game, these games didn't come out originally during that time, I don't think they should be consideration. Even though the remake may have added new things, the remake may have done some unique things with the original title, but I still think the core essence of that game was released when the game first came out, and a remake is just icing on top of the cake. Right? It's not the cake itself. Maybe some sprinkles and a cherry you put on there, but the cake itself is still the same cake. So I stand by my statement that I don't think the game a remake should be in the list for Game of the Year. I think that maybe another category is worthy. I think the Game of the Year should be strictly uh, new games or remake, not remakes, or sequels to existing games. That should be up for the Game of the Year title. My opinion.
Okay. Just adding on to what you said, K Bum. I was thinking of the same game you was thinking about. I was thinking of Demon Souls at the launch of the PlayStation 5. It was a remake. But as I was doing some research, I don't think it was actually nominated for Game of the Year. I've been trying to
It was
find.
not. It was not.
And there was a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there was a few people that felt like it got gypped. It got, you know, done wrong because of that. I won't say I agree with that. I think I'm with you and Keith. I think a game that we are familiar with, that we played before, even though it's a remake, if it's not drastically changed from the original content in a way that it almost makes it feel like a new game, I don't believe it should be nominated as a Game of the Year nominee. So, and I believe, like Keith said, this game, I think Resident Evil 4, the remake, is probably a good game. But I didn't buy it because I was like, man, I played this game a lot, and yes, it looks amazing when you see it playing before your eyes. But after I got over the initial, oh man, that looks amazing, I had to ask myself, do I really want to play this game again? Do I really want to go through all this again? And the answer was no. And until now, I hadn't even thought about Resident Evil 4 remake. The hype, and that game was clearly out of my radar, off my mind. And to see it win over Starfield, to me, is a disservice to Starfield and a disservice to Microsoft, which we need to bring that element in. Because to me, this is another L that is being, Microsoft is having to take. Because, I mean, let's be real, man. Starfield was their game, their system moving game. It got really good reviews. Everybody was raving about it when it came out. They didn't hear any real bad things. I think, Keith, you said you enjoyed it for what it is. It's not a game that you just play all day. You said it's a kind of pick up here and there type of game, but you said you enjoy for what it is. You enjoy for the most part what it is. So
Yep.
I don't understand how you can put, and I don't want to be too controversial, but even though we said Spider-Man 2 and Mario Wonder and all those were sure fire shoe-ins, I can argue for Starfield over Wonder. I could argue it. I ain't gonna say I would, but I could. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could make a better argument for Starfield than Resident Evil 4 remake. So now I don't know how the nominees are chosen. I don't know if it's fan based or if it's developers who are choosing these, or secret individual that Jeff Keighley has designated.
I believe it's fan base, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
So then not we, but we in general, we did this. So what are we saying? Because it goes to something that D2K is saying in the comment section. This opens a door that developers may begin to think, hey, they don't mind us going back into the portfolio and bringing back these games and just remaking them, taking all those assets and remaking them and rebuilding them, but it's still the same game and making more money off of games that y'all been playing, especially Resident Evil. We played it on the GameCube, then they brought it to the PlayStation 2, then they brought it to the Wii, then they brought it to, I think they even made it almost to the Wii U, didn't it? It made it.
It may be on the Wii U. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, it made it to several different systems, and now we got it on this current generation, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. Not the Switch though, but still. There's no secret sauce for the Switch version. So no, I'm with y'all, man. I don't.
Okay, I think Nia corrected us. Nia says the board creates the nominees and we vote for the ultimate winner.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know who that board is.
Them.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. I don't know who is designated to choose what games are being voted for. I didn't think it was us, but I was taking your word for it. But anyway, it's cool. But yeah, like you said, Nia, the board is picking this stuff. So what is the criteria? What is the what are they following to determine what game is?
I did want to bring some up while you're getting to that point. The point you're making is the criteria. How do they choose what games are nominees?
Yeah,
I will say this by saying that this is not the first remake on nominees for Game of the Year. The first remake for Game of the Year nominee was actually Final Fantasy VII remake, which was what's the name of the company? Square Enix's trilogy of bringing back Final Fantasy VII to the new consoles, right? And so that remake actually made it into the 2020 nominees for Game of the Year. And so from my understanding, that's the only remake outside of the one this year that I see in the nominees for Game of the Year.
Okay.
Also, I just want to point this out. I just found it. There is no native Resident Evil 4 for the Wii U. It's the Wii edition.
Okay. All right. But the thing is, like you said, Keith, it's been on several different platforms, and we've gotten a chance to play this game a lot. So my thought is, I agree with you guys. I don't think it should have beat out Starfield for that what is it, 7th spot? 1, 2, 3, or 6 spots.
6 spot, yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't have beat out Starfield for that 6th spot, and I think that's a disservice. I think it undermines the time and energy that these developers are putting into these games to see a game. Yeah, they remade it. Yeah, they probably. I'm not saying that the people who Capcom didn't do a great job remaking Resident Evil 4, but they had a lot to work with. They ain't had to recreate the wheel. You see what I'm saying? They was able to take assets and a proven IP and just make it look better. Same game, same story, same everything. It just looks way better than you originally experienced it. And for a game like Starfield that's doing something maybe not new in gaming, but way more ambitious, way more risky because it's a new IP, I think that game should get rewarded. So that's my take on it. I don't think it should have won over Starfield. So the question is, I guess several questions. We can go some different places with this. How should Microsoft let's go this route, and then we move on. We said it's going to be a short cast tonight, so we're going to keep it short. How should Microsoft feel that their flagship title for this generation, for this year, their game of the year, clearly this is the top game on the Xbox the Xbox Series X and S. How do you feel like they feel that their game didn't make it? And Bethesda, both of them.
How should they? I don't know how they should feel, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I mean, the narrative around Xbox has been trying to buy doing this ABK deal. They recently bought Bethesda for 7 bill. Um, they're consistently putting out controllers and hardware. They talk about Game Pass this, Game Pass that. We still don't know when Hellblade is coming.
Jeez.
It's been all this talk and speculation and all of this stuff that has zero to do with games. And then the games that they did come out with, looking at you, Redfield and Redfall. Sorry, Redfall. Might as well Redfield. Put them together. I mean, Hi-Fi Rush was a highlight. And we do give Microsoft praise for the things that they've done for the back ends of their systems. But where are the games? You have the studios now. You shouldn't have any excuses, and people can say it takes time. Listen, how much more time do you need? Like they're not. It just doesn't seem like they're putting forth the same level as the competition, and the nominations kind of lean toward that being true. Hey, you're not putting out the type of games that the industry is actually looking forward to playing. I'm not saying Starfield is bad. I actually thought it was pretty decent. It's mid, but compared to all of the games on that list, yes, it don't deserve to be on that list. Unfortunately, Resident Evil 4 took that spot. It don't deserve to be on that list, and they're still not making those games. Here's the 2024. They're now starting to put forth that effort into putting those games, but it's just, to me, it's just a combination of everything that everybody's been saying. Microsoft has no games. You come out with all these studios, and the top game that you have spent so much money for doesn't even get nominated for Game of the Year. It's on anybody's catalog, not just Jeff Keighley's. Anybody's.
I'm looking at the comment section right here, and I'm seeing people, like I see DJ Fanatic say did it with a question mark, and I want to go back to something Nia said when I asked the question, how should Microsoft feel? She said, honestly, I don't think it means anything for anything to them. I'm gonna disagree, not because I think what you're saying doesn't have validity. It possibly don't. But I would disagree because I believe how they marketed, how they talked about this game, that they was expecting this game to blow us away. They were expecting this to be a generation-defining title. And the fact that people loved it but doesn't consider it to be great amongst its peers, to see a game, to see Mario Wonder getting more praise and games like Boulder Gate and Tears of the Kingdom. I do think behind the scenes Microsoft may not show any signs that they care about it, but I believe behind the scenes they do. That this bothers them, that their game that they put so much invest so much money in marketing and trying to make it ready for us didn't even get a nod for Game of the Year, which all of us would have thought when this game came out, this is definitely a Game of the Year contender. And the fact that it didn't even make the list and a remake did, yeah, that to me, if I'm Jeff Keighley, if I'm Microsoft, that hits me different. That hits a little different for me. And so let me see. Another point that was made. Let's go back to that DJ Fanatic. He said, did it? Meaning, did Starfield deserve it? Are we just, I'd be real, are we being a little sentimental or a little, what's the word? trying to give. Are we speaking with our heart, not our mind? That'll be the way I frame it. Is that a heart judgment? Are we feeling sorry for Microsoft, or do we really feel? And I've never played Starfield. I know K-Bum has. Keith, I know you have. From what you played, do you feel Starfield deserved to be there?
No, because I feel like a lot of the stuff, a lot of the decisions that they made, as far as like traversal, like having to ping between star systems, I thought that was genius. I think it was poorly executed. I love the fact that they force you to go to another planet, kind of like how they say you gotta do like a slingshot around the moon to pick up speed and stuff like that. So that's essentially what you're doing on Starfield. I just think it's poorly executed. You're not actually flying the ship. You know what I mean? And like you're not actually doing the things that they're telling you that you're gonna do. And traveling is horrible on this game. You know.
So basically, and I let K-Bum come in. So basically, all our position is really based on we talking with our heart because we feel sorry. Let me clear my throat. We feel sorry for Microsoft, and we thought just on GP just on. I don't know what the word I'm trying to use. It should be there by default, not because it deserved it, but it's a new IP. It's Microsoft. It's their big game of the year. And that should have by default made it in that list of 6 games. And they said no, it's not. It doesn't deserve to be here on the merits of what it was, what we experienced. If we had to compare the two, Resident Evil 4 was the better of the two. So I thought we questioned was Alan Wake 2 was going to be there. We said we had to choose between Alan Wake 2. We had to choose between Alan Wake and what was we choosing? Alan Wake and Starfield? What did we choose between?
Was it?
I think it was Alan Wake and Starfield because we kind of thought the indie title was going to make it regardless.
And we said Alan Wake, even though we said Alan Wake over Starfield. So we even put Starfield out, but it was for Alan Wake, and we said I think we said the game that we didn't. We had no, we chose Alan Wake over Sea of Stars, and we put Starfield in there.
No. Sea of Stars we thought was going to be a lot because it was an indie title.
Oh yes, that's right. We did choose Alan Wake over Starfield. So yes, we even put Starfield out. So we being hypocritical? I don't know. But
no, Starfield had a 45-minute video of information. They was hyped for this game.
Yeah.
Look, this game's gonna be so amazing, and no.
So, K-Bum, do you want to add anything else to this conversation, or can I ask one more and then we'll move on? Ask one more question.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead and ask one more question.
So now that we know the list, who do we think taking it? Now that the list is official.
Heart mind questions again.
Anyway, who gonna take it?
My heart is with Tears of the Kingdom. That's what my heart is. That's what I actually voted. I voted for Tears of the Kingdom.
Are you actually voted?
I voted. And the reason I voted because I knew, or I know rather, as if I've already seen it, I know Baldur's Gate is probably more than likely going to win it. I feel like more people are saying Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win it over everything. So I voted for Zelda just to give it a fighting chance. But my heart of hearts, I just know that Baldur's Gate is going to get it.
Yeah.
Because it's not attached to anybody. It's not attached to Nintendo. It's not attached to Sony. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, here's this unicorn game that anybody could play.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man not going to get it.
Nia hitting it right on the head. K-Bum, I'm going to give you the opportunity to give your thoughts before I share mine. Who you think taking it? Keith, everything you're saying I think is right on point.
I'm gonna go with my initial thought that I had during the conversation. I'm still gonna go with Baldur's Gate. I just think when this game first came out, the hype on it was real. You still see conversations about Baldur's Gate even now. I just think this game did an excellent job when it came out. I think it hit a lot of notes with gamers, and answered a lot of things, and people loved it. So, universal praise for this game. So, I really do think Baldur's Gate is still going to win this.
Yeah, D2K said Wonder.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be. I'm gonna say my heart say Tears of the Kingdom. Now that could be absolutely biased, but just like you said, K Bump, everything you said for Baldur's Gate was actually also true for Tears of the Kingdom. Like it was universally praised across the board. You had developers saying they don't even know how they was able to pull that off, how they did that, and how they was able to let those basic development tools be in the actual game. So Tears of the King was getting the same thing before Baldur's Gate got it. It was Tears of the King getting that same level of praise. But I believe it's not going to win for the very thing Nia is saying. They're not going to let Zelda win twice in the same. And I think the same was true for God of War Ragnarok and Elden Ring. I think it came down to because God of War 2018 won, and this was a continuation of that story, they gave it to Elden Ring. Even though if I had to choose between the two, even though God of War did not hold up over the stretch of the game, I can't even get a foot into Elden Ring. So I can't get started to know if I enjoy it or not. I still got to try to do something with that game. Visually, it's Breath of the Wild with better visuals and Demon Soul esque gameplay. That's what it is. So my heart says it should be Tears of the Kingdom. A little bit that I've seen of Baldur's Gate. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks dope, and it looks, and what I'm hearing, but I'm speaking absolutely biased here. This is not. I haven't played Baldur's Gate, I'm speaking strictly from a biased position. I believe my heart says it should be Tears of the Kingdom, but my mind saying it's gonna be Baldur's Gate. So I'm gonna stick with that. And at D2K, if Wonder wins, boy. But when you come back on here, boy, we got to get you a prize
Crazy.
or something if Wonder win because you called it. We're gonna
I
move
want to
on.
say.
Go ahead.
I want to say one more thing though. If Tears of the Kingdom did win, I just want to live in that world for just a second.
Okay.
If it did win, I want to say that would be a testament of how you do a sequel. Uh, Again, I do like you, Level. I believe Baldur's Gate is going to get it, and Cable. I think y'all everybody's right saying Baldur's Gate going to get it, but Tears of the Kingdom, they really did elevate from Breath of the Wild. They really did elevate. Like you could just say like 2018 God of War, then you say Ragnarok. I'm not saying Ragnarok is bad. I think Ragnarok is a fantastic game. Not saying it's bad at all. But the elevation between Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, like honestly, I probably would never really go back to Breath of the Wild. They did such a great job on Tears of the Kingdom. So if they were to win again, that's just a testament of how brilliant those designers are. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world. So, so
Yeah. K-Bum, anything else you want to say on this topic? And we get to our final topic. We had another
Yeah.
one we was gonna talk about, but we're gonna say that when K-Bum is feeling better, so we can go hard at it. That's is the top. What was it? The top five. The top five worst controllers ever. We want to have that discussion, but we'll say that for next. Not next week because that's Thanksgiving, but the week after. So, but go ahead, K-Bum.
No problem. So I did want to add one more piece. Um, if the information is correct in the comments section, I know Nia and DJ Fanatic was talking about that even in all of this, Starfield only got one nod, one nomination in the entire video game award catalog, and that was, I believe, for RPG of the year. So not only did they think it was not good enough for Game of the Year, for any of the other categories, they didn't think it was
Visual,
worthy of a
sound,
nod. None of
man,
it. None of it.
man.
Game design, none of it. Which is usually game design is usually um, pseudo Game of the Year. It's
Right,
usually
right.
the whoever doesn't win Game of the Year
Get game
wins game
design.
design.
Right.
Is usually how it works. But yeah, it didn't get nominated for any of that. So that was quite telling, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Dang, I didn't even. That's crazy. I saw that. I saw her put that up there, and I so much stuff went past. It skipped out of my mind. I was gonna bring that back up. I'm glad you caught that. That is telling that it only received one nomination. That's a lot. That's crazy. What was I finna say? The other topic we was gonna talk about was the GameCube controller trash. That was the topic. And then we bridged off into the top 5 or top 3 worst controllers ever made. But we gotta have that conversation. Was the GameCube controller trash? And now
I cannot believe what I heard.
we can't have that tonight. And K Bum K Bum had some thoughts. You can put your thoughts in the comment section. And then I guess the other thought was, Keith, you said that the Xbox controller is the best feeling controller ever. That's what you said. And
I got to give it to him.
yeah, we won't talk about that tonight.
You talking about the satellite dish?
No, not
no.
Let's not talk about that tonight. We gotta stay on
that
task.
that UFO.
That's no D2K. We limited to the big 3. We limited it to the big 3 because I know we can go to the Atari. We go all over the place.
No, we included Sega as well.
And Sega. Sega was the outlier between the big 3.
Yeah, we thought about Sega.
We said Sega. You can add Sega, but it got to be
they had
Nintendo,
some
Sony, Microsoft, and then the only other one you can deal with is Sega. Atari and all them don't count the what is that, the what is that controller? Neo Geo, the 16. What was that system called? The 3DO. What was that? I can't remember that system.
There's a 3DO. I don't remember it, but there's a 3DO.
Yeah. So none of them controllers, but yeah, I want to know. So be prepared when we come back. Was the GameCube controller actually trash? That's gonna be interesting.
Oh, y'all crazy,
The
man.
TurboGrafx, there it is. The TurboGrafx 16, there it is. But anyway, so let's get to this last topic. So, Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar has announced that they will be showing the trailer for their next Grand Theft Auto game. I think it's coming next month, right?
The trailer, yeah.
So,
December or something.
how many years? Neil said the answer is yes. Anyway, we're not going there today. How many years has this game? How many years has it been since this game released? It released on the PlayStation 3, if I'm not mistaken.
You talking about 5?
No, Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes.
2013.
5.
Yeah,
2013,
Grand Theft
I
Auto
believe.
5. When did it release into the world? When was it its debut? When did it come out?
2013, I thought.
What generation was that? Was that the PlayStation 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this game has man, that's 3 generations. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, let me stop doing it with PlayStation all the time. Xbox 360, Xbox One. Now we got to put some respect on Microsoft's name, like they not here. Xbox.
PlayStation is easier because of the name, because of the
Yeah,
numbers. That's why PlayStation is always easier,
Right.
because you can follow the numbers. It
Right.
ain't all because it's PlayStation, because it's
I
1,
know,
2, 3, 4,
but
5.
I felt wrong for doing it. Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X, because that was a whole nother system.
Look how hard that is. Look how hard that is
And
trying to count.
Xbox Series X. So depending on how you look at it, Grand Theft Auto 5 seen 3 generations and a reboot or a what you call that mid gen refresher. What's the proper way they say that? A mid gen what?
Refresh.
Refresh.
Yeah.
So they seen the PlayStation 4 Pro. So this game has been out here what, almost 15 years?
This guy already almost paid his mortgage.
Yeah.
He who remains.
So there's a lot riding on this next entry. They got a lot to live up. They got some big shoes to fill. They don't have an opportunity to miss with this one because of the success of 5. I think there's a lot of pressure on them with 6. That's what I think. I think all the other Grand Theft Autos were great. Maybe Vice City and all them made. I don't know. I don't think any of them has put more pressure on the next entry than 5. So, I mean, let's think about it. Okay, you had the original. You had San Andreas. Is that how that? I think that was that 3? Or was that 2?
Oh yeah, it was 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4,
Okay.
and now 5. And I'm not even a Grand Theft Auto gamer.
All Grand Theft Auto games. Now, I'm gonna find out. Shoot. Siri, talk to me.
Oh, I forgot about Chinatown Wars.
But that wasn't. Was that released on the main console? Was that on the
That was a 3
handhelds?
DS.
That was the handhelds, right?
Yeah. Hey man, don't disrespect the handhelds.
I'm not disrespecting. I'm just making sure I'm understanding correctly.
No, that was definitely a handheld, and I think they re-released it on the PlayStation Portal. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to see when. So you had Liberty City. Which one was that? Was that the?
Oh, I forgot about Liberty Cities.
Liberty City was.
Or is that 4?
That's Liberty City. I thought was.
I think that's expansion. That's 4.
That's 4. Yeah.
That's some expansion for 4. So you had 2002 was Vice City. 2001 was Grand Theft Auto 3. Then Grand Theft Auto 3
was 2001.
Was 2001. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which I think was the second 3D. Were we looking at the 3D ones?
Yeah, 3D ones. Yes.
Was Vice City. Then Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was 2004.
Yeah. Yep.
Then you had Liberty City,
which was 4.
Vice City Stories. The Lost and Damned, which was also 4. No. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City wasn't 4. This came out before 4. 4 came out in 08.
Okay.
These came out 05, 06. I think these were more expansions or something. I don't know.
Those expansions? Yeah, those are handheld games.
Yes. Then you
Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories and China Wars are all handheld.
Okay, so then you get to the next. So that's Grand Theft Auto 4. You got Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and the Damned. Then you had Grand Theft Auto China Wars. I think that was on the 3DS.
As China Wars was
Chinatown
handheld.
Wars handheld. You had Grand Theft Auto Episode from Liberty City. The Ballad of Gay Tony. Then you got Grand Theft Auto 5 is in 2013, which was PlayStation 3. So this game, like the span between Grand Theft Auto 4 was 2008, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13. So that's 4 years spread. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out in 4. So that was a 4-year spread. And then Auto Vice City between San Andreas was a 2-year spread. And Vice City from Grand Theft Auto 3 was a 1-year spread. So This game has seen from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's 9. What? Make sure to do it again. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
And
24. So that's going to be 11 years. We haven't seen a new Grand Theft Auto for 11 years. That's how good and how well received, and you can add the modding community into this. Grand Theft
And
Auto 5.
uh, you also have to give the credit to the live game as a
Yeah.
service.
Live
Or
game
this is
service
one
as
of the
well.
ones that I was telling you about, that this was a game as a service that they were doing two patches a month at least
Okay.
until the
Yeah. So
end of the game.
so the modding community and the game as a service model helped this game. Matter of fact, we just now about to see the trailer for the next one. We don't even know when it's coming out.
That's true.
How much pressure is on this trailer?
I think the pressure is higher because of the leak. To be honest,
Oh, okay.
that leak that happened, I think either last year, 2 years ago, around COVID time, that kind of shows some of the gameplay. Because I don't think Grand Theft Auto has had an issue like that previously. So I think, in my opinion, I think that has a bigger impact than kind of even though I do think this is an impact. The fact that this is the longest time we've had without another um, Grand Theft Auto game. That's 11 years is a very long time without a Call of Duty title. Not Call of Duty title, sorry. Call of Duty
A
definitely.
new one.
Without a Grand Theft Auto title. It's a very long time, even though we've had Red Dead Redemption in between. And so I do think there's a lot riding on this, especially if they're trying to ride it in a similar fashion as they did 5, which was like a 10-year span, which we would have previously thought unable to do that. So I do think a lot is right on this, but I think what really did a number on them and what slowed down development was the leak that came out. I think 2021, something like that, is when that leak came out.
Okay. Real quick, D2K asked a question. Y'all said he's made a suggestion. Y'all could do a show on is Grand Theft Auto 5 the GOAT. I would say I don't think we qualified to have that conversation. I think we can say it's the most successful game ever, but the greatest game ever. I know I couldn't have that conversation.
It's close. It's close to it. I know. I personally know people that after 10 years of that game being out was still playing it.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the
And
greatest game. We'll be basing that. Like, there's a lot of fields that I don't know if we could dissect whether this is actually the greatest game ever. I know it's the best, it's the greatest success ever.
it's in the conversation.
But yeah, it's definitely a conversation for GOAT. I know it's the most successful game ever. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. This one singular game is the most successful game ever created. I don't think no other game could even come close to it. Maybe Mario Kart 8.
World of Warcraft. If we're talking about just in gaming in general, the
I'm
longest
saying
running game.
one entry, like
World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is only one entry. It has expansions, the same way as this has. But
that don't count. To me,
what GTA has expansions. That's how it lived so long online. Was the expansions?
Okay. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right. But are we buying? Well, no, I don't even want to have that conversation. That'd have us on here another 35, 40 minutes. We trying to get you out of here.
True.
Keith, come on through here, man. Give me your thoughts, bro. Does they have a lot to live up to? Do they have a lot to live up to?
Yeah, they do have a lot to live up to because I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still being played today. It's still being purchased today, even though people know the next one is coming out. But I also feel that they also created or put themselves in a position where they could be creatively fluid, right? So, because I think the leak was
pause. Creatively fluid. Now you You got to break that down for us. Or simple-minded people. What do you mean creatively fluid?
They can try things.
Okay.
Just like when they tried, switching between three characters, and folks was like, "What?" and it worked. So I think that they put themselves in a position where they could take this franchise, Grand Theft Auto, and go explore. They're not really pigeonholed to say, "Hey, they got to do the three character split again," or they got to bring back this again. I think people were like, "What are they going to do?" Kind of like that Nintendo space. Like, what are they going to do? They don't have to. There are certain Grand Theft Auto standards they have to hold to, the open world and the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like they gotta have that stuff in there. But I think story wise, gameplay wise, they have created something that they could go somewhere crazy, but not. What's that one game that's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but it's trash? Um, Somebody
Saints
help
Row.
me. Saints Row. Okay, I ain't gonna say it's trash. No, it's trash. I'm not gonna lie, it's trash. They're not gonna go Saints Row Aliens. I hope not. But they can do a lot of different things, and I think the main character now after the leak is a female Hispanic lady, Hispanic girl or whatever. So they can pretty much go and do whatever they want to. That's what I mean by creative fluid. Fluid, like they don't have like people would just want more Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? So this trailer has, in my opinion, has to show some like something new, something super creative, something that they've never done before. Because I think that's probably why they took so long. Like they've probably been working on like making sure you can go in like almost all the buildings now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like how hard would that be? Extremely hard, but like being able to go into more buildings, making the world more alive with the new tech that we have out now. That's what I think they've been working on, and why they haven't just tried to cash grab
Uh,
on putting that Grand Theft Auto 6. I think they're trying to evolutionize and take it to the next level.
That's
So
cool.
now didn't you say there was some leaked footage for Grand Theft Auto 6? I thought I
there
saw.
is K-Bone could probably speak more to it. I didn't really look at it. I didn't really
Yeah,
care.
yeah. There were. It was more like tech examples of how the software was working.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember that. I remember that.
yeah,
I think
and
I
it kind of
did.
shows some of the behind the scenes working for the Grand Theft Auto game.
It was a dude with a backwards cap on, right?
It was a dude and it
Yeah,
was
this
a,
is
a
it.
female character.
Yeah, and they would say this is not representative
Yeah,
of the
it's
final.
their
Yeah,
work. Yeah, it's Dev working on the game, right? It's not anything that's meant to be seen by the public.
right. Well, like I said, you right. It's a lot that they're gonna have to live up to, and I guess the question is, do you think they will? I think they will. I
I
think
think
they
people
will.
are just going to be excited to be playing Grand Theft Auto again.
Yeah.
You of course you're gonna always have those people who who really get into the nuances and say they mess up the game or they mess up. That's fine. People who really love it, I get it. I love my things. You know what I mean? So, but I think for the most part, people are just gonna be excited to play Grand Theft Auto again in a new city. 'Cause I think somebody said it might be Miami Beach or something, or I don't know, something like that. Somewhere in Florida, I think I heard. Um, that they're bringing the game to. So
What if it
who
come
knows?
out and it's visually on par, better than what Cyberpunk projected itself to be?
I don't see them doing that.
You don't think
That
so?
that's not their goal. Uh, Grand
Visuals?
Theft Auto Grand Theft Auto has been good visually, but what Cyberpunk was trying to do was create a whole new category, and I don't see them harming their gameplay by trying to push the visuals that much. That's what Cyberpunk did. They killed their frame rate by trying to be too ambitious on the graphics, and so
But
the game became unplayable. What I think GTA excels on is realism, not just
that's what I'm saying.
graphics, but it's not just graphics. It's the subtle things,
The
like the
physics.
fact that your body decays in Red Dead Redemption, and the fact that what were some of the other things? If you it was so many things that you don't think about Like, oh yeah, and it's gonna sound really weird, so I apologize before I say this. I just apologize. The fact that in cold water, the horse's testicles actually shrink. Like, who thinks about that?
But
This is
that's what
true.
I'm saying.
Who
That
thinks about that? But it's not graphics though. Like Keith just said, it's physics. The physics
yeah.
engine. Like no, it's the small things, but it's not pushing the graphics to a level that Cyberpunk was trying to do. But it's those little things, little subtle things that they do, like having realistic facial hair grow as time progress. Like
Do
that's
you?
not
But let me
taking
ask you
graphics
this.
to the next level.
Let me ask this though. But I agree. But Red Dead Redemption 2 did push some of the top level graphics we have seen in gaming.
Yeah, it did push graphics, but it was still wasn't trying to be like Cyberpunk.
I got you.
It pushed
Also,
graphics, but it wasn't.
Yeah, you're
Cyberpunk
right. Cyberpunk is on a
it's a
whole nother,
whole new.
yeah.
They wanted
Cyberpunk,
to be the best looking game for the next. There still isn't games out this generation that looks like Cyberpunk.
and
Okay.
then you also got to take into consideration that that's a Red Dead Redemption is a western, trees and dirt. Like
No
so, it's not.
reflections.
I'm looking at it right
There ain't
now.
no reflections.
Yeah,
Like
it's not a metallic city with real time reflections
Yeah,
everywhere.
you got. I'm with you guys. I'm just curious. I wonder what they're gonna do because I thought Grand Theft Auto 5 was visually was one of the best looking games at its time. It was one of the best looking games you can buy, and
It looked good.
but like you said, it's so I'm curious if they in Miami with the neon lights and all that stuff, how much attention will they give to ray tracing and models, which they always do an excellent job with their models and voice acting
Always.
and everything. So I'm curious if on that tip, will it be a defining game for the generation, far as visuals. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what the trailer. I never played 5. I never bought 5.
never played it. Wow.
I
Never
played it,
played or
but I've
never
never
bought it.
bought it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Uh, I and I think it's because of the stigma that comes with Grand Theft Auto that's the reason I've never really bought one. I think how it started out just turned me off when I used to see my boys play in college, and all they do is run over pedestrians and shoot people and steal cars. They never to me ever finished the game. They was doing all the other stuff. So I never really seen what the game story and progression had to offer. I just seen people just want to pull off some of their wildest, wicked imaginations in the game, and they did it. And it just turned me off from the series. I did play 4, and I did enjoy it. It got a little tedious picking up your girlfriend and having to take her out and keeping her happy. She going off on you on the phone and buying clothes after a while. It got a little tedious for me, and I didn't stick with it. But one game I did like a whole lot, which was another type of Grand Theft Auto, was the Asian. What was that game? Where you was an undercover cop.
I know you're talking about. That's a fire game. What is it called?
Civil. Something
Nope.
red.
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping
Sleeping
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yes.
Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs was dope. That was a dope
Yeah.
game. And I don't know why they haven't made it. Who made Sleeping Dogs? Wasn't that Square Enix? Yeah.
Square Enix. Yeah.
I don't know why they haven't returned to that game. That game was dope. If you ever played that game, I don't know if Grand Theft Auto was like that, but that I enjoyed that game a whole lot.
Sleeping Dogs had one advantage over Grand Theft Auto, and that was the combat.
Yeah,
I love fighting the Sleeping
Combat
Dogs.
was better. You're right.
it was dope. That game was just dope. And I don't know why they haven't returned to that series, man. I'd love to see. Now that's a remake that they could remake. I definitely drop my dimes on that.
They probably have. See,
I'm talking
because
about
I remember
a total
this.
remake.
Oh, okay. Because I remember Sleeping Dogs was supposed to be a spiritual successor to that one game, True Crimes. I thought.
Okay.
True
I think
Crimes
you're
LA.
I think you're right.
So,
No.
all right. Well, I don't know when the trailer drops, but I know it's supposed to come next month in December. It probably will drop somewhere around the Game Awards, most likely. Maybe not at the Game Awards, but somewhere around the Game Awards. If I'm a predicting man, it would drop before the Game Awards, so it can also be talked about at the Game Awards. Free promotion from Jeff Keighley. But we should be seeing this trailer here soon. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't even played Watch Dogs. I mean, I haven't even played Red Dead Redemption 1 nor 2. I don't play a lot of Rockstar titles. I may have to start trying to get into these titles, man. I may have to. So anyway, I may try out 5, man. I mean 6. I may actually give 6 a go. I may have to, because 5, I always wanted to play 5, like the storyline, and see what and play through that game. But I never did. Anyway, any final thoughts on this? And we can get out of here. Now, y'all fall asleep on me? What's up?
Nah.
I'm here.
Okay. All right, so that was the show for tonight. I'm going to let these dudes sign out. Starting with Mr. Norris. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. Good to catch back up after the hiatus from last week. Man, sorry, Starfield. Sorry, Microsoft. I love the slander, but I'd rather be playing a great game from you guys. But no, it's a great show. I mean, what else can I say, man? What else can I say? Go play some video games. If you can't play some video games, go read a book about video games.
Okay, Mr. 20, what's good?
Man, they got to do better. No, but I enjoy the podcast, man. Give me something to do and lay up in the bed and try to feel better. So I appreciate coming and hanging out with everybody. I appreciate the comment section. Had some fun today. Yeah, looking forward to the next time we can meet up and have more conversations. I know holidays are coming up, so be safe, enjoy, spend time with family and loved ones, and keep gaming.
Okay, yeah, man, it was a good podcast tonight. Everybody saying this is a bop. Thank you. I think it's a nice beat myself. Shout out to everybody that tuned in on tonight. D2K, First Name Basis, Miss Nia, and everyone that was watching that did not have anything to say in the comments. We really appreciate you guys being here. Like we said, when we come back after Thanksgiving, I think that will be the 30th. We're going to talk about, was the GameCube controller trash? Oh, that sounds like blasphemy, but we got to talk about it. I have a love-hate relationship with that controller. And K-Bum said something that triggered something in me, and I had to ask this question. Was it trash? And then I need y'all to get y'all top 5 worst controllers between the big 3, including Sega. Okay, so that's going to be a topic we're going to discuss. Nia keeps saying yes. Yes, it was. Okay, so, but this was the show for tonight. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Wave Bird, GOAT.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Tell them, D2K. Tell them.
Yeah, y'all say this is a bop. Okay. My wife told me to pick it up. Son said, Pop, pick it up. Bruh said, boy, you still got it. All you gotta do is just switch it up. Thank them all for that lift me up. Yeah, needed that pick me up. Back to lifting up. Who was lifted up? Christ the King. Lift them up. That's wordplay all day. That beat rise, I'll say. Pursuiter like Steph Clay. Offensive like Barkley. They words, they don't like them because he stay on. Anyway, let me stop rapping. That's why I gotta get my stuff out, Key. Anyway, we out this piece. Till next time, deuces.